Hello guys and welcome back to another secret Goldmine video. It's your boy ChubshavinFM. I'm going to show you another country where you can get some really good players on the cheap. Right, let's get into it. I'm going to start off in Kristiansand with Mido. He's 30 years old, but if you're looking for a DM, I don't think you're going to find much better for the price. He's good at passing, good at dribbling, got good technique, decent marking, decent tackling, got 20 for flair. I mean, come on. This guy could play a few roles. He could be a ball winner. You could play him as a Mazzala. You could play him as a box-to-box midfielder. You could even play him as a centre midfielder on attack. He's 6'5" as well, so he's a great option from corners. And you can get this guy for about 500k. Bosh, he's yours. Staying at Kristiansand, you've got Irish goalkeeper Sean McDermott. Homegrown in the Premier League as well, in England. So if you are looking for a backup goalkeeper and you're playing in the English leagues and you want that homegrown status, he's got good reflexes, good rushing out, good at one-on-ones, good at handling, good first touch if you want to play him as a sweeper keeper. Passing does let him down, but very well-rounded. I'd say this guy could start for some lower level Premier League teams, could start at the Championship. And if you wanted a backup keeper to meet squad registration rules, this could be your guy. And experiments I've done, you can pick him up for like 1.3 million. Good signing. There you go, on to the next one. So we find ourselves at Tromsø, and they've got some good players. If you're looking for a decent young player, you can go for August Mikkelsen, but he's probably a bit too expensive to be on this list. If you're looking for a utility man that can sort of do it all, then look no further than Kent Arup Antonsen. He's 27. You can play left back, centre mid, defensive midfield, wing back, and he's got stats to play in every position well. Good long shots, good aggression, good work rate, good leadership, good stamina, good at corners, decent crossing if you're going to play wing back, but good enough passing and tackling where you could play in the midfield as a DM. So if you're on a bit of a budget and want a guy that can cover a few positions, I think this is your man. And you can pick him up for as little as 800k. We go here, drop this down, and he's in. It's now time to add a bit of firepower to your team, and look no further than Fred Friday. Very good physical stats for this player. 6'2", 16 strength, decent enough pace, good jumping reach, good natural fitness. Composure and finishing is okay, but this guy could do very well in a Championship club and maybe even a sort of backup for a lower level Premier League team if you've not got much money. And you can secure him for as little as 600k, and he's yours. If you haven't quite got 600k though, and you've only got 100k, then this guy could be a decent option. Ole Christian Sater, I think it said. I probably butchered that name. Decent finishing, decent heading, good long shots, good technicals, good mentals. Physicals are okay, but could use a bit more. He's 26. You can get this guy for about 90k. I've got him before. Right, let's up this a little bit. Let's try 95. Let's go with 100. There's always one of these that changes every time I do this video, and it's this boy this time. So yeah, 100k you can get him straight up, or you can fiddle around a bit, maybe get him a bit cheaper. But again, I think as a backup striker, could be an option if you just need to fill your squad out. Well, unlike other videos, we're going to end this one with 3 slightly more expensive players. They're still all under £5 million, so maybe not quite cheap, but for their ability and what they can become. So I'm going to start off with Cyver Ass. I've probably butchered that as well. You can pick this guy up for about £3 million. And over on my Sutton United Let's Go to the Top challenge, I ended up getting sacked and then taking over Newcastle, and he was at Newcastle when I took over. I did end up selling him, but he had very good attributes. In the end, these had all sort of developed to 14s, 15s. He's very good. Only 18 at the beginning of the game. And you can pick him up for about £3 to £3.5 million, so we go for about 3.2. They're going to add all this nonsense on now. Let's remove that. Let's go up to 3.4, drop that down. There we go, 3.5 and 40. I messed that up a bit. You can kind of get them for 3.5 without this being there as well. So again, if you're a bigger club where 3.5 million isn't actually that much, this is a good guy to get in early because you can develop him and he turns out to be a really good player. Now find ourselves at Lillestrøm with Igo Ugbu. 22-year-old Nigerian centre-back. Physically really good. Good determination. Heading could be better, but 13, as well could be marking and tackling, both at 13. But I think he's still got space to develop. 6'2", good jumping reach, good strength, good pace, everything you need in a centre-back. And you can pick this guy up for about 3.5 to 4 million as well. We're going for 3.5. And there you go, done. He's yours. And the last player on this list, Datro Fofana. Potential wonder kid on the game. 16 pace, 15 acceleration, 12 finishing, 12 composure. Work rate 15. I've seen versions of this game where he does hit his potential and becomes a very, very good striker. And you can get this guy for as little as £4 million straight up. Let's go 4 million with 30. That should work. It doesn't. Why are these all changing on me today? Right, let's get rid of you. Let's get rid of you. Let's go 4.2 and 40. Damn, these negotiations are hard. I've tested this and I have got him for 4. The game is testing my patience. Right, let's go 4.4. 40%. There we go. Bit of fiddling around there. But for 4.4 million, you can definitely make profit on this guy. Obviously, when you guys go for it, remove this from the negotiations and you can probably get it. It may cost you near a 5, but in the long run, you'll be saving money. Again, this guy's probably on the top end of what I usually put in one of these cheap player videos, but I think he's going to be that good. If you are, say, taking over a Newcastle or someone like that, where you've got a lot of excess money, get this guy in for quite cheap. And if he doesn't turn out to be any good, he's definitely going to make you that money back. Sort of 5-6 fold down the line. Right, guys, drop in the comments if you've used any of these guys, how they do for you. But, you know, just another tip of the whole, just look around Norway. Another place where you can get some really, really good players for really, really cheap. Along with Mexico and Denmark that we've done before in the series. I'll be looking for some other nations to sort of do this kind of video on as well, try and find some more bargains for you lot. You know, if you want to recommend any nations that you want me to check out and just do a bit of experimenting in to see some good players you can get for cheap, just chuck them my way. Right, down the road, guys. Peace.